If you had to guess, what crime do you think tends to keep police the busiest? The answer is domestic violence. This happens to be Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and we are starting a new series where we want to hear what you have to say, and this is our first topic. We set up 2 chairs between the 2 courthouses in Carlisle and asked a question. Have you or someone you know experienced domestic violence?
I have actually myself.
Alongside the road, we saw a guy out of the car, and he was punching happened to be his girlfriend.
She would get hit all the time, even for questioning my stepfather.
It didn't take long. People took a seat and told their stories.
All I felt is that I was a bad mother for allowing my children to have to witness this.
Her husband's attacks landed her in the hospital multiple times.
To the point where he got very physical, pushed me up against the counter, dragged me down to the basement stairs, had me leaned up against the bed where I have still some marks on my body.
George and his friend knew they had to save the girl being beaten on the side of a road.
So we pulled over quickly, got her into our car, and tried to take her someplace safe. Police were there and arrested him, put him in the back of their car. And this girl who we tried to save got out of the car, our car, and got in the back of the police car with him. I've thought about it a number of times over the years, and when somebody brings up this type of situation, it always comes right to my mind.
I don't consider myself a victim or my mom. I consider her a survivor. We're survivors. A lot of times women are afraid to leave the situation because it's what we call battered women syndrome.
10 years later, his stepfather stopped abusing his mother because Marty had turned from a boy into a man.
When I turned 18, the abuse stopped. When I started playing football.
Angela, too, is now free, separated from her husband. But the nightmare is not forgotten.
He does. He asks me, "Mommy, why didn't you leave?" I think I've learned how to try to build my own control back and not having to worry or think that somebody else, you have to rely on somebody for support system.
The Pennsylvania Coalition Against Domestic Violence says more than 10 million people are abused every year in the U.S. In Pennsylvania, 109 people died of that abuse last year. If you or someone you know is living this nightmare, call 1-800-799-SAFE. That is the National Domestic Violence Hotline. Or if you are in immediate danger, call 911.